What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Hellblade 2 confirmed to run at 30 frames a second on the Xbox. No performance mode available. We have a month and a half until Hellblade 2 is released, and if you were curious to know more about the technical side of things, it has been revealed today that Ninja Theory's highly anticipated action game is locked at 30 frames per second if you are playing on Xbox Series X or S version. Speaking to GamePro, Mark Slater-Tunstill, the VFX director for Hellblade 2, confirmed the console's versions are locked to run at 30 frames a second with dynamic resolution with no additional graphic options such as a performance mode available on consoles. However, the PC version is not locked to this feature and increased FPS can only be achieved on that specific platform. Slater explained that locking the console's version of Hellblade 2 to 30 frames a second made the experience feel more cinematic. However, he did not specify if it was due to anything else, such as technical limitations of the Xbox Series S. Okay, so let's kind of dissect the stupidity of this. You're going to sit here and tell me that the reason why you locked it onto console is for a better cinematic experience. So you're basically saying this was done for an artistic reason. But if this is the case, then why not lock it on PC as well if you want people to have this artistic cinematic feeling that you're ultimately claiming the console is locked behind? I think the reality of it is, the truth of the matter is what he said is absolute fucking bullshit, because objectively you can't sit here and say they did this for cinematic reasons, artistic reasons, but they're not doing it to another system. That objectively makes no fucking sense in any facet thereof. I think at the end of the day, it's probably because of limitations in regards to the Xbox Series S. Now, I will also say that it's a single-player game. It's not multiplayer. There's nothing competitive about it. So objectively, it doesn't need to be 30 frames a second. And at the other iteration to this is that I think that you could get a game to run at 60 frames a second on the Series X. But I think that in this modern age of gaming, game developers are more focused on graphics rather than frame rate. Which then, of course, leads us to gamers, because it's a mixed bag with gamers. You'll have gamers that will bitch and complain because the graphics suck fat fucking dick, but it's got great FPS, or sometimes it's, horrible graphics with horrible frame rate. That's a double whammy for a developer or a publisher or even a game itself. But usually when it comes to it has one or the other, it's like you can never win with gamers, because they're either going to bitch that it has no frames, or they're going to bitch that it sucks fat nuts in the graphical realm area. My iteration is that graphics objectively are overrated. They've been overrated. They age, and they don't age like a fine wine. There are certain games that have aged like a fine wine. There are certain games that you can pick up on a PS3 that still look pretty good today. Even back in the PS4 day, you had PS2 games that still look good today. Not so much now. And these are games that are cel-shaded graphics. So it seems that cel-shaded seems to just kind of age a little bit better than our standard graphics that we're normally get in a video game. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is pretty much my quick thoughts and opinions in regards to Hellblade 2 being capped at 30 frames a second. Hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form, and remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit in gaming, the bullshit gamers say, and developers and publishers and all that good stuff, you just might be a part of the motherfucking problem.